what you can see here at the beginning of the video, we got both, actually the fuselage pretty much covered, and there in the beginning of the video you see me shrinking the fabric. Remember, you're gonna do it in two stages. You're gonna do 250 degrees, shrink it all around, and then crank up the iron to 350 and do the final shrinking. Once that's done, then you're on to the next step. I want you to notice the section here on the video shows the very top of the fuselage, basically where the headliner goes. You can see that that's still open. I believe I talked about that on video 3. The fabric wasn't wide enough to completely cover the sides and wrap around the top, so you can see how I left that section open, and then I'm gonna cover that by itself. So you can see here, you know, I roll out the fabric, get out the polytack, and start covering just that section with its own individual piece of fabric. I want to make sure that I get a good, at least a good 2-inch overlap of fabric over fabric on that last bulkhead there into the wing attachment area. Then I shrink it. I did the same thing. I did 250, then crank it up to 350, shrink to 350. Once you have the complete aircraft covered, the very next step is to bust out some poly brush. Mix the poly brush. You can see here on the video where I'm, open up the can, stir it up real good. Make sure you have the proper reducer and reduce the poly brush just like the book calls out. The poly brush is a 3-to-1 mixing ratio. I have these special mixing cups that give me different mixing ratios, but if you don't have fancy cups like that, just take anything and do 3 parts poly brush to 1 part polyfiber reducer. Once you have it thinned out, stir it up one more time, and then it's ready to be applied on the fabric. The first coat we want to brush on, and the reason we brush it on is to push the material through the fabric. So you want it to penetrate through, and the only way to do that is with a brush. I always get the question asked, well, can we spray it? And the initial coat, the answer is no, just because we want to make sure it penetrates through the weave of the fabric so it can seal the fabric. Okay, and there we are on fast mode. I wish it was that fast. It's not that fast. It actually takes quite a bit of time to coat the fabric. You want to coat the entire areas. Wherever you have fabric, you want to seal the fabric with poly brush. Once you're on with that, then you move on to the next steps, but we're going to save that for the next video. That's pretty much it for this video. If you like the videos, please subscribe and keep on following us. We'll give you the next video in a couple of days.